Hello, 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 everyone. I just want to welcome you a warm welcome, open arms with open arms. Welcome to Let's Talk. It's your time to heal. Y'all, I have been super busy in purpose over the past couple of months. I went silent a little bit. Um, But as everyone that knows me, when I go silent, that means I'm coming back with a thunderstorm. And I'm going to rain my voice. My voice is going to rain. And I am going to pour into all of you. So I always have something that I'm doing behind the scenes, especially when it comes to me and God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit. Okay, y'all. So I did a thing. As I was silent in the background, I had been working on my music. And I think I said it in the last episode. Not sure. That I wanted to get back into what I love and what I was truly called to do, to pour into others through music. For a long time, I doubted myself. I was worried about how people would think of me, my singing, and it was just so many things behind it. And I fell into that toxic, narcissistic, abusive relationship that just I was singing and I was doing some backup for can't even talk, for certain individuals that reach out to me to work with them, some artists. I have done background singing backup. But and I was writing in the midst of it. However, I felt like I was at a halt. This relationship took over. The relationship took over. So I said, God, I got to get back into what I love. And this is not just for me for healing, but it's for the people. So I'm like, okay, God, now what do I do? Because I don't know which way to go. Well, I want to give a shout out to producer Timothy Davis. He produced work. I worked with him with my first single, Love Languages, and it is on Apple Music and several other platforms, possibly 23, 24 platforms such as iHeartRadio, YouTube Music, Apple Music, Spotify, etc., etc. So I just want to thank him so much for giving me that, opportunity to work with him, because most producers would have shied away. And that's what I experienced years ago. I went to a producer that it really he shut me down, and it was scary, y'all, because my heart dropped. I thought I was not going to. Well, it did kind of hurt me in a sense of where I'm like, okay, well, I'm not good enough. But as I started moving and shaking, and I said people weren't giving me a chance, it was because I needed to grow into my music, and I'm okay with that. So fast forward, my best friend at the time introduced me to Tim Davis, Memphis, Tennessee. Give you a shout out. Hey, Tim. So thank you. Um, so I got back into the studio and started working on my music. I started back writing again. I'm sorry, y'all, if I went off topic a little. But I started back writing again and built my confidence up and said, you know what, this is my time and this is going to help someone else. This is going to help a lot of people. So I got back into music and I recorded, y'all. I recorded, and I have two releases. Oh my God. Um, the first one that I initially released and it came out first was What I Do. And my daughter is actually the background singer, y'all. Lexi, give a shout out to my oldest daughter, Lexi. Woo woo. Um, we did a thing in behind the scenes because we did initially record at Tim's at his studio, and we were supposed to work on it again. Life started life in and things started happening, depression started hitting, um everything just came up, so I couldn't go back down to Memphis, well, up to Memphis and finish, which was such a disappointment to me. I was just not happy because I was like, okay, this was my second single that I wanted to go ahead and put out. So as I was working in the studio and um, you know, working around with my voice and my daughter and you know, playing around with some gadgets. Um, I sent it to my mom, and my mom was just outdone. She was like, "Oh my God." So I think I had sent it to my best friend, my guy, best friend. I think I sent it to him first, and he was like, "Go ahead and release that. Go ahead and release it." And then I let my mom hear it, and my mom was like, "You need to release that. That's gonna be a hit. That's gonna be a hit." And I say, "Oh, mama, this confirmation because D just um said go ahead and release it." So I was like, "This is confirmation." Okay, confirmation. Thank you, God. So, y'all, that's exactly what I did. I took a chance and I was like, whew, I was holding my breath. I was like, please, Lord, let the stores accept, please. I'm praying to God that they accept my singles and play it on their stations. And Lord behold, it it passed and now it's on Apple Music, YouTube Music, um, Spotify. What I do actually hit Spotify first, so I didn't get a chance to send a link at that time, but I did send it to a couple of friends. I'm sorry, y'all, and they were able to save it, so when it was released, they'll be able to hear it live, real time. So it is up, it's live, and as you can see, um, and I hope you can see, um, Coach Tekeshia Wade, and my stage name, Queen of Hearts. So I know a lot of people was wondering what is that, and so my mom even asked me how I came up with it, and I said, "Mom, it originated from people would call me Queen, and I got offended, and let me tell y'all why." Because I never felt like royalty. Not saying I didn't feel. Sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Not that this was a God thing. This was a me inner thing. And from the book, The boost, yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. This is live. Oh my God. Okay. Take one. Um from the abuse and the trauma. And see y'all, I got sidetracked. See there? See. Okay, so people would call me queen. And I just didn't feel like a queen. And I was like, y'all are just talking. Y'all just trying to make me feel good. You all are just calling me that for just no reason. Like, stop. Until I started building my relationship with God again. And I put it like this, building a healthy relationship with God again, with God. And he showed me what queen behavior is. What does that truly mean? And that people truly did mean that. So I was like, okay, I get it. And hearts. I love to capture hearts. I love to love y'all. Like, I will push love onto you. And it's like some people are probably like, I don't want it. I don't want it from you. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't know how to receive it. Blah, blah, blah. And I keep going and going and going. And I just overtake you with love. So I'm like, okay, so how about I overtake the world? And I want to be different. I want to be unique. A lot of people are using queen, Queen. I say, you know what? I am queen. I am queen of hearts. KW, capital KWEEN of hearts. And the KW stands for Keisha, my nickname, last name Wade. So y'all, that's what the name originated from, and I went ahead and put it here on the screen because a lot of individuals say I can't find your music. I don't know where it's at. Now, Queen of Hearts, a lot of people own a certain name, right? And they use it accordingly. And with a bunch of queens with the QU, it sometimes does not register. I don't know what's going on with it, but even when you type it in as KW and EEN of hearts, sometimes it doesn't come up. Most of the time it does, but you know how that goes. So I said, let me go ahead and put my name here so that you'll be able to see and hear my music. You'll be able to locate it. Also on iTunes, y'all. And you can purchase it for 99 cents. So I was so excited, y'all. Held my breath. Second single, Heal Me. Now, let me tell y'all, initially, let me take that back. Heal Me was supposed to be released first. I take that back because I wanted to um, dedicate a theme song for Domestic Violence Month, which is this month, right? And Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And so this was going to be my theme moving forward. Heal Me is the single. And I was so excited because the lyrics that was birthed, it even surprised me, y'all. And when these lyrics were birthed, this was me want to share my healing with y'all, the love that me and God just started blooming, and how I really truly understood how he was healing me and he was working with me and in me. And I said, you know what, God, I gotta release this. So Heal Me came a little bit after What I Do. And it is also released, and again, it's released, and it's on Apple Music and so all the social media platforms as well, iHeart, etc. So yeah, y'all, I did that. I'm so excited. I will at the end play a little snippet of Heal Me. So I just want to thank you all for your support and being here with me. And I'm excited, y'all. I'm excited. I'm excited. All right. So I'm gonna pause a little minute. Well, I'm not gonna say a little minute, for a second or two, and allow you to go ahead. Okay, y'all. Go ahead. It's time to take out your notebook, notes journal, anything that you would like to utilize, even if it's an envelope. Okay, y'all, your note takers and writers, you know what I'm talking about when I say get that envelope out. Anything that you would like to utilize for note taking, and a pen or pencil, whatever you want to write with. I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, I'm back. All right, let's talk, y'all. Let's talk. It's your time to heal. Yes, this is going to be an eye opener, y'all. Um, y'all know I talk to the Lord and Holy Spirit start downloading what, like, y'all. I would have the topic I want to go ahead and give y'all the education, the nuggets, and God will say, you know what, let's do this instead. And it always be y'all towards the last minute. So I'm like, okay, God, okay, let me be obedient and go ahead and get this together. So y'all, micro cheating. This is the topic for today. Not every betrayal starts with a bedroom. Some start with a notification. A notification, y'all. Micro cheating. Micro cheating is the narcissist's way of keeping toxic. Let's go back, y'all. Micro cheating is the toxic toxic individual narcissist way of keeping their ego fed while convincing you you're overreacting. Because y'all, I like to insert toxicity because I am a narcissistic abuse survivor and trauma survivor, and even physical domestic violence survivor. So I'm all in one. Not proud of it, but I like to broaden my vocabulary when it comes to domestic violence, emotional domestic violence, all the above, so that individuals don't just gravitate towards the word narcissist, because there are some individuals that's just toxic and unhealthy. Okay, it's just that I had more experience with Not proud of that either with narcissists. Okay. So this is why I always point out narcissists when I talk about and narcissistic abuse. So we're talking about just unhealthy people, period. Okay. But those little moments of disrespect. hmm But those little moments of disrespect, they add up. They add up. And they're designed to make you question your worth. I would like to define it. Okay. I would like to define micro cheating. So I hope you all have your notebook out. Okay. So micro cheating is when someone does small boundary crossing things that hint at emotional or romantic disloyalty. It's emotional flirtation, attention seeking, or secret communication, all while pretending it's harmless. I'm gonna give you some examples. Flirty DMs or inside jokes with someone else, deleting messages or hiding social interactions, commenting on pictures with suggestive emojis that they see that's very enticing or provocative, comparing their partners to others. Yes, comparing their partners, maintaining emotional intimacy with an ex. Let's just stop there. I always say this, y'all, and I want to talk about this one day as well. Emotional intimacy is a thing. Let me tell you, and emotional intimacy can happen amongst anyone. It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship because intimacy emotionally is not in my eyes planned. It just happened. I'm gonna be honest with you because when you building a relationship with someone, when you're actually building a relationship, you're creating emotions, right? You're ready. You're ready to just give your all. You are ready to just share everything, right? So that's emotional intimacy, and there is no way that you can just say, I can't stop this, because constant communication, you're creating it, right? Narcissistic toxic intent. When a narcissist or toxic individual when a narcissist or toxic individual, y'all, micro cheats, it's never random. It's never random. It's strategic. They do it to provoke. They do it to create tension, provoke jealousy, and keep control. They need to feel desired by many so they never have to sit with their own emptiness. Control. These are the words, y'all. It's control. Micro cheating. It's control, validation, power, ego fuel. The psychological impact on the partner. I want to point that out. You start doubting yourself, wondering if you're too sensitive or insecure, but what you're actually feeling is energetic betrayal. Narcissistic, toxic micro cheating chips away at your self trust and safety. Okay. I would like to share this educational nugget. Healthy people protect emotional boundaries. Narcissistic, toxic, unhealthy individuals test them. Micro cheating isn't about attraction, it's about attention. It's not about interest, it's about influence. So, I want to give you a healing takeaway. When you sense a boundary blur, don't silence your intuition to keep the peace. Peace built on denial isn't peace, it's quiet suffering. I'm going to end this, y'all. I'm not going to keep you all too long tonight. I just wanted to just bring this to your attention. It needed to be pointed out. It really did. Because I've experienced this and it's not safe, and it's hurtful, and it's painful. The most that I've had with this experience is the DMs. They playing around in the DMs, and um, having a narcissistic ex that they call sis, or a childhood friend or high school friend, things like that. Oh, we grew up together. That kind of thing. Yes, you know. So I want to leave you with this. Micro cheating is the appetizer. Full betrayal is the meal. Catch it early, call it what it is, and choose your peace before they play with it. All right, y'all. So I'm going to end with Heal Me. And I will see you all next week. Give me a minute, y'all, because I thought I had it up so that y'all can hear it. Okay, here it goes. I love y'all. Talk to y'all next week. Bye.
My heart was broke, yes it was. I didn't know what to do. Lost my way searching for love. He made me new. Now I see